You just ate, you are physically full, and somehow you are still hunting, not for food, for a feeling. Cravings show up on a schedule. Your energy spikes, crashes, and you call it normal. Your mood gets tied to snacks like a remote control, and the worst part is the habits that trigger it look harmless. This is not hunger, it is a loop. Clue 1 is the 3 p.m. drop. Moving to slide 2. That heavy, foggy 3 p.m. slump is often a predictable chain. Lunch hits, your blood sugar rises, insulin rises, and then you get a faster drop than your brain likes. If lunch was mostly starch, sugary drinks, or a healthy low-protein bowl, there is not much to slow that swing. Add the natural circadian dip in the afternoon, plus short sleep, and coffee starts to feel non-negotiable. The giveaway is how fast a snack fixes it. When chips, a cookie, or a sweet latte flips you from dying to productive in 10 minutes, you are not lazy, you are chasing a quick glucose bump. Do this instead. Build lunch around protein first, then fiber, then carbs. Think chicken, tofu, Greek yogurt, eggs, beans, plus a big salad or vegetables, plus a smaller carb portion. Take a 10-minute walk after eating, keep caffeine earlier, and try water and salt before you assume you need sugar. Then notice what happens when you get to hungry again fast. Moving to slide 3. If you are hungry within 2 hours of eating, it is usually not a willpower problem. It is meal structure. Meals that are low in protein and fiber digest quickly and leave your brain looking for the next hit. Liquid calories do this too. A smoothie, juice, fancy coffee, even a protein shake with low fiber can disappear fast. Your fixes are simple but specific. At meals, aim for a clear protein anchor. If you are an average adult, most people do well with roughly 25 to 40 grams of protein at a meal, adjusted for your size. Add fiber you can chew. Vegetables, beans, berries, whole grains, then add enough fat to feel satisfied, not so much that it crowds out protein and fiber. Also, check the hidden accelerators. Eating while distracted, rushing, or starting a meal already stressed can make you feel unsatisfied, even when the calories are there. When hunger comes with irritability and urgency, that is where the shaky, without snacks clue starts showing up. Moving to slide 4. Shaky, sweaty, suddenly anxious, and urgently hungry is your body throwing out stress signals to get your blood sugar back up. Sometimes it is true low blood sugar. Often it is a rapid drop from a high peak, and your nervous system reacts before you are actually in danger. Either way, the pattern matters. The mistake is treating it with pure quick carbs. Candy, juice, pastries, and soda give fast relief, then set up the same swing again. Do this instead. First, pause and label it. This is a dip. Then take a structured snack, protein plus fiber, or protein plus fat. Examples: Greek yogurt and berries, cheese and an apple, nuts plus a piece of fruit, a turkey roll-up. If you need something fast, take a small carb, then immediately follow with protein. If you are on diabetes medication, pregnant, have fainting, or these episodes are severe, get medical advice. When the day is a roller coaster, the evening often becomes the hardest part. Moving to slide 5. Cravings after dinner are rarely about dinner alone. They are about the whole day. If you underate protein earlier, ran on caffeine, or kept patching dips with quick carbs, your brain will demand payback at night. Add decision fatigue, stress, and screens, and sweet food feels calming because it is quick reward plus a glucose lift. You do not fix this by being stronger at 10 p.m. You fix it by setting the evening up to be boring. Eat a real dinner with protein and fiber. If you want something sweet, plan it. Put it on a plate, eat it once, and be done. Then close the kitchen, brush your teeth, make tea, change rooms. Make the next action easy, like setting out tomorrow's breakfast. If night snacking is tied to staying up later, attack the bedtime, not the pantry. Dim lights earlier, set a shutdown time for work, and keep your phone out of reach. Because when you wake up, breakfast decides everything. Moving to slide 6. If your day feels like it's decided by breakfast, that's a real clue. A sweet breakfast, cereal, pastries, juice, even a flavored latte with a muffin can set you up for a fast rise in blood glucose, then a drop a couple hours later. When that drop hits, your appetite doesn't just return. It can feel urgent. You start chasing snacks, and normal portions stop feeling like enough. Skipping breakfast can backfire the same way, especially if you run on quick carbs. You white-knuckle it through the morning, then lunch turns into a binge, or you keep grazing all afternoon. Try a simple test for 2 mornings. Eat protein first. Eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, leftover chicken, tofu, or a protein shake, plus some fruit or oats if you want. Protein and fiber slow the rise, support satiety, and you may notice that oddly satisfying, quiet brain feeling. When the morning is steadier, your choices later get easier, and your mood tends to follow that fuel stability. Moving to slide 7. If you get irritable while waiting for food or snacks feel like instant relief, your mood may be tracking your blood sugar swings more than you think. When glucose drops, stress hormones can rise to keep you going. That can feel like anxiety, impatience, low mood, or being weirdly sensitive to small problems. Then you eat, glucose comes back up, and you feel calm again. It's not a character flaw, it's a pattern. Watch for the social version of this. You need food plans locked in, or you get tense. You avoid long meetings, long drives, or errands unless you have a snack. That's your brain trying to prevent another dip. A practical move is to build a buffer. At meals, anchor with protein and a high-fiber carb, and add some healthy fat if it helps you last longer. Keep an emergency option that is not pure sugar, like jerky and fruit, yogurt, or a protein bar you tolerate. When mood stops being at the mercy of timing, carbs start to feel like a choice again. Moving to slide 8. If meals feel incomplete without bread, rice, pasta, or something starchy, pay attention. This is the "I ate but I'm not satisfied" signal. Salads can feel like punishment, even with chicken on top, so you keep adding a starch until your brain relaxes. That doesn't mean carbs are bad. It means your body has learned a certain fuel rhythm. When that rhythm is shaky, low-carb options can trigger mild panic, like you're going to be tired, cranky, or hungry again in an hour. Instead of forcing a drastic cut, aim for a different build. Keep a carb, but choose one you digest slower, and tear it with enough protein and fiber that you feel done, not deprived. When satisfaction shows up without the chase, you're getting closer to flipping the switch. Moving to slide 9. Here's the hidden fuel switch behind all of this. A high dose of fast-digesting carbs, especially without much protein or fiber, can spike glucose quickly. Your pancreas responds with insulin, which helps move glucose into cells and also reduces fat release from storage. If insulin overshoots your immediate needs, glucose can dip. Your brain reads that dip as an energy threat. That's when cravings get loud, not polite hunger. Urgent, specific, usually for more carbs. And because the quickest fix is more sugar or starch, you reinforce the loop. Spike, dip, craving, repeat. To interrupt it, you're not trying to have willpower, you're changing the curve. Start meals with protein and non-starchy plants. Add carbs after, in a measured portion. Choose less processed carbs most of the time. If you want a sweet, try it after a solid meal, not alone. The goal is a smoother line, so your brain stops sounding the alarm. Moving to slide 10. Now you spot your personal pattern. For 2 days, write quick notes. Before you eat and 2 hours after, rate hunger, mood, and energy from 1 to 10. Record meal timing, what you ate, and any snacks. Then highlight trigger foods and trigger situations. Maybe it's cereal at 8 a.m., maybe it's a pastry at 3 p.m., maybe it's skipping lunch, then cleaning out the pantry at night. Pick one change at a time for the next 2 days. Swap breakfast to a protein-anchored option, or move your carbs to after protein, or replace one snack with something that has protein and fiber. Keep everything else the same so you can see cause and effect. When you can predict your cravings before they hit, you stop feeling controlled by them, and you start noticing the quiet carb traps that didn't look like traps at all. Moving to slide 11. Carb traps are usually quiet, not obvious. Start with liquid calories. A smoothie, juice, sweet coffee, even a sports drink can deliver a big glucose hit without making you feel full. Then there are health halos. Words like organic, gluten-free, vegan, or made with oats can hide a sugar-heavy label. Watch the low-fat trap too. When fat goes down, sugar or starch often goes up to keep it tasty. Granola and most bars are basically compacted carbs and sweeteners that digest fast. And do not forget sauces. Ketchup, teriyaki, barbecue, sweet chili, and many salad dressings add sugar or starch you never counted. If you spot these, you have leverage without cutting carbs to the bone. You just start steering them on purpose. Moving to slide 12. You do not need extremes to get steadier energy and fewer cravings. At meals, eat protein first. A few bites of eggs, yogurt, chicken, tofu, or beans can take the edge off hunger and slow how fast the meal hits your bloodstream. Add fiber and crunch. Think salad, broccoli, cucumbers, berries, or beans. That volume helps you feel satisfied. Use fat for staying power, not as the main event. Olive oil, avocado, nuts, and cheese can help a meal last longer because fat slows gastric emptying. Place carbs deliberately. If you want rice, bread, or dessert, pair it with protein and fiber instead of having it solo. And after a higher carb meal, take a 10 to 15 minute walk. It is a simple way to blunt the spike. If you do this consistently and still feel stuck, it may not be only about carbs. Moving to slide 13. Sometimes cravings and glucose swings are being driven by things around the plate. A few nights of short sleep reliably increases hunger and preference for sugary foods. High stress can push appetite up and make you snackier. Some medications can raise glucose or change appetite. Hormone shifts can change hunger signals too. If your patterns feel extreme, new, or unexplained, get medical labs checked and review meds with a clinician. That clarity can save you months of guessing, and it sets you up to take the right next step. Moving to slide 14. For the next 7 days, pick one clue to target. Maybe it is sweet drinks, nightly granola, or hidden sauces. Change one meal first, not your whole life. Keep a simple note each day. What you changed, your hunger 2 hours later, and your energy. At the end of the week, adjust one thing and repeat. Comment your strongest clues so I can see what patterns are most common. If you want the follow-up plan, subscribe. This content is for education only and is not medical advice. Insulin drives the system. Understand it.